In this video, I'm going to talk you through how to actually combine your data. You will use sum, mean, and standardized scores. Remember, run a reliability analysis first to make sure that the variables you've selected meet the standard. So you're looking for Cronbach's alpha of 0.7 or above. Once that's met, you can start combining, and the computer will often do that for you. Many times if you run a reliability analysis, you click a button and it generates a new variable for you. The first way of combining variables, very simple, is the sum score. What it does is it takes each variable and the value in that row and adds them together. Very simple. Now, there are some considerations and limitations. Some scores are very simple, but they can overlook nuances and they can be sensitive to outliers, which makes them less robust in some scenarios. Again, you get an overall score, which sometimes isn't that easy to interpret. Also worth noting is that each item is weighted equally, and that may not be representative of the underlying data. The mean score is also very simple. It again takes each item in a row for the variables you've selected, adds them up, and then divides them by the number of variables you have selected. It's just the mean. Again, there's some considerations and limitations. The mean score gives you a very clear idea of how you can make how your data looks and makes it very easy to interpret. But it can still be sensitive to outliers as well. The items are again equally weighted, and again that it may not necessarily be representative of the underlying data. On that very point, we will talk about another way of combining data later that does take into consideration the weighting of each variable. Finally, you can use the sum. Once you've created the sum score or the mean score, you can actually standardize those scores using z-scores. Remember, z-scores just set the mean to 0 and then tell you how far away from the mean each item is. They are very easy to interpret, and they allow you to compare multiple variables very easily. If you use the sum or the mean score, of course, as the base, it suffers from the same issues as those scores, i.e. it's sensitive to outliers, and each variable is still equally weighted. Now that you know this, you're able to combine and create new variables based on a series or several variables.